Hey, two viewers, TJ Pyramid here with a Time Enough at Last Part 2. Just some more random books from around the house. And I want to go ahead and start with this one here. This was, of course, turned into a movie by the fantastic Don Coscarelli. Really fun movie. John dies at the end. Nice cover here, too. Take the hand around. There you go. But as much as I enjoyed the movie, I had read the book first, which sometimes if you read a book and then see the movie, you're greatly disappointed, which I was with the film. The film, like I said, is fun enough. It's a good film. Some funny stuff, enjoyable stuff, Paul Giamatti, Clancy Brown, etc. But the book is just so much better. There's so much more meat in these pages here that could have been in the movie. Hopefully they're in the sequel if and when it's ever made. But if you like the movie, John Dies at the End, read the book because you will probably like it about 50 times more than the actual movie. There's so much more stuff in this I would have loved to have seen. Entire like sections in this that were not in the movie that I would have loved to have seen put onto film. There is a sequel to this called Seriously Dude, Don't Buy This Book, It's Full of Spiders. Which I have not got yet. It just came out in paperback not long ago. It's just a little bit too expensive right now for me to pick up. But really fun book. Check it out. Once you start reading it, you're not going to want to put this down. One of my favorite authors of all time, Mr. EAP, Edgar Allan Poe. This is actually one of the best books I've ever found of his, and I found it years and years and years ago at an old bookshop we have here. It's Collected Works of Edgar Allan Poe, a nice little fat book. This is actually a 1927 copy, and it's neat. It says it's the works of Edgar Allan Poe in one volume. You get the complete tales and poems, plus there's also some biographical stuff in here, but I mean, you get all the good stuff. The Raven, Lenore, The Bells, Annabel Lee, A Dream Within a Dream. Plus, you get the tells, such as Murders in the Rue Morgue, The Oblong Box, Pit and the Pendulum, The Mask of the Red Death, The Telltale Hearts. You get all that. I mean, and plus more. I mean, all of those are different tells there. You get even more tells on the next page here. You get, there's just so much in here. You also get his essays and such. You get like a few hundred pages of essays and whatnot that he had written. But just such a good collected volume. I've seen other volumes of his work over the years, but none that really compare to this. This is just like so complete. I'm surprised this book isn't in worse shape. In worse shape because I've read it so much. There's also a little article here floating around on Edgar Allan Poe. Tale from the Crypt. Poe died of rabies, doctors say. September 12th, 1996. He died of rabies. But absolutely awesome. I think Edgar Allan Poe and H.P. Lovecraft are two of the most influential writers for today's science fiction and horror styled stuff. I just don't think anyone can compare to these two guys. I know there's others floating around out there, but I won't get into that because that's a totally different video. And now some of the more arty books here. So there's a thing called Suicide Girls, which to me has always been really interesting. Just natural women, tattoos, piercings, whatever they may be. Just always found it really, really cool. So this is a nice big photography book here, Suicide Girls, Beauty Redefined. Here's the back of it here. Just a really cool, fat coffee table book. Actually, not a lot of pictures in here. I don't think there's a lot of pictures in here I can actually show. I'll try to find one or two that I might be able to show. But it's pretty cool. It covers different parts of the world and everything, and just kind of has a collection of almost like old school pinup girls in here. Well, I'm trying to find a picture that I might be able to show you, but the chances are very slim that I'm going to be able to find something I can actually show in a video. Yeah. Well, if you don't know who the Suicide Girls are, Google them, check them out. It's a pretty interesting little site. Here's one I might be able to show you if I blur out the other page. Maybe. Well, let's see. No, not happening. Not happening. So, yeah. Perhaps I should have found one beforehand, but, you can see there's also some, smaller images in there, too, along with, other big, full-sized images and such. But just really cool. They have a couple DVDs and stuff out, too. DVDs aren't really too worthwhile. Yeah, here's an image I can show. There's, no actual nudity in this image. So, basically just this kind of stuff here. You know, tattoos, piercings, whatnot. Just really fun stuff. Really enjoy it. Just really cool. Now, these books here were put out by a company called Phaidon Press. And just absolutely awesome stuff. The Harajuku district of Japan, where people just hang out, you wear whatever the hell you want. And these are them here. The Fruits, Fresh Fruits, which is a sequel, and Gothic and Lolita. And I'll show you a couple outfits. These ones, there's no nudity in any of these here. These are completely fine. Just people hanging out and really wearing, you know, what they want to wear. But these, if you're into photography and you're into like fashion and whatnot, these are just really cool, hip little books that I just really like. You know, I do art once in a while, and these are just really cool inspirations for outfits and also good stuff for stories and stuff. So that's the Fruits one. Next up you have the Fresh Fruits. There's the cover there. I'll show you a couple pictures out of this one. Probably just random type stuff. So, really cool. And they usually tell on the side down here the person's name, whether it's a male or female, and how old they are and whatnot. But just awesome. Just a cool, awesome photograph. Just real people, and this is what they wear. It's sweet. Once again, if you're not sure about this kind of stuff, Google like the Harajuku district and stuff like that, and I'm sure you'll find similar images and stuff. And this is the other one here. This is a cute cover, I think. Gothic and Lolita. Then you got some the goth part on the back. I'm just a big fan of photography. Really enjoy photography. And these are just great books. They haven't done one of these in a few years, so I'm kind of wondering why, because these are really awesome books. Like I said, especially if you're an artist or a writer or something, and you just want some like simple inspiration. You can't think of an outfit or something maybe, or something like that, and you just want something to draw. These are really good. So, just really cool. So, yeah. Really fun books. And I think the last book I'll be showing today, one of my all-time favorite artists. I love how he can do cartoony stuff and he can do super realistic stuff. And that is the awesome, incredible Crumb. And this is the Crumb coffee table book. Absolutely fantastic. There you got Mr. Natural sitting against the tree, and the typical Crumb woman with the big thighs and whatnot. You got the awesome artwork on the back. If you've never seen the movie Crumb, you should definitely check it out. It's definitely worth watching. A really weird guy, really weird family. And actually, when my brother used to live in Davis, California, you know, UC Berkeley, things like that, big hippie counterculture and stuff. Our Crumb actually used to come into a store there. My brother, when he was a grocery bagger, used to bag our Crumb's groceries. But see here, you can see like the pretty realistic type stuff our Crumb can do. I mean, I'd love to be able to draw like that, man. Oh man. And then I'll find some more of his cartoony stuff here. Just see, I mean, I'll show you like even more hyper realistic here. I mean, look at that. That is just beautiful looking artwork. That's just the thing. Anything. You know, there's nothing that the guy cannot draw.
This is also really cool. This is actually a movie too by Terry Zwigoff. If you've never seen Louie Bluey, or if you don't know who Terry Zwigoff is, he's the guy who did Crumb, Bad Santa, whatnot. Look him up. And then, of course, you know, the more cartoony looking stuff. But his artwork just pops to me. Just really, really cool. Even when he was little, he used to do artwork and stuff with his brother. They used to put out their own little comics. Here's a self-portrait of Robert Crumb right there. But really fantastic artist. Just love his stuff. Have always loved his stuff. He was big back in like the 60s and 70s and whatnot with Haight-Ashbury in San Francisco and that whole movement there of the music and stuff there. Here's the actual wrapper that came on that book. Only for adults, only for intellectual adults, only for adults, intellectual. And I'm not sure what this is here. This is just this is just a random piece of out of the New Yorker. That's the Mark Crumb stuff. But yeah, so just a couple more books I wanted to show right there. If you have any questions or anything about any of the books I showed, send me a PM if you're curious and you want to know something else about them, or leave it in the comments below, and do comment below. Subscribe, spread the word, take care, and don't forget to enter the contest. Today's the, 2nd? So, still got, 14 more days till the contest ends, so get your entry in. And thanks for watching. Cheers.